Hello, Nintendo fans. My name is Mario Master. How are we doing today? I guess this is another Eric and his thoughts video. Really didn't plan on it to be, but that's what it's gonna turn into, anyways. But what? You guys are insane. Like legit, you guys are fucking insane. I have more subscribers than the calories I get from one of these fucking soda cans. That is nuts. Nuts. That is fucking nuts, guys. 160 subs. We are almost at 200. We are above half to get to 200. And at the rate we're going, it would not surprise me if we reach 200 before fucking Christmas or even before the year ends. But I do not want to put any pressure on you guys. So, therefore, we don't have to reach 200 by that time, but it would be really cool if we could. Because if you know me and or you've been watching this channel for long enough, you should know by now that I don't really like setting subscriber goals. Because I feel like I'm just cheating you guys out of it. So, but I would like to introduce a dear friend of mine. It is not a real person, so calm down. But if you did not see, this is a result of one Call of Duty stream. Just one. I went ham on this thing. I have all the buttons, all the triggers. I have everything. Except for the faceplate, because the faceplate is currently in half in the trash. How did this happen, you might ask? Well, like I said, started with a Call of Duty stream. Started like really any other. I was with Camden. We were playing. We didn't get a lot of good lobbies. We got a lot of aggressive lobbies, which is really rare for us. We usually get some pretty easy lobbies or somewhat okay challenging, But usually we do way better than we did on this stream. Like, it's rare when both of us don't get any kills for one full plunder match. That's how bad it got. And it got to a point where I was just really enraged, and I threw my controller straight to the ground. Once, right? It didn't, I think the faceplate lifted a little bit. I'm like, okay, whatever, I can fix that. So I clicked the faceplate back in. But nothing really major. Like, I even tested everything, even though that one really doesn't work. I tested everything, and stuff like that. But the second time, I spiked it really hard. I'm surprised I didn't put a hole in my floor. That's how hard I spiked it. And it broke everywhere. I mean, as you saw, that is the very first time I have ever broken a controller. The very first time. Yeah. And now you know what I can do with a controller. Send them to me. They're fucking expensive. I don't have $60 on hand. I don't. I really fucking don't. I don't have $60 on hand right now. Controllers are expensive. I mean, for example, do you want to know how much an Elite Xbox controller is? around $150. Around $150. Now that's actually not that bad. Actually not that bad. But PlayStation is making a PS5 Pro controller. I saw the ad for it. I'm like, okay, cool. It has, all the specs that you would expect, This is a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. This is about $60. So about the price of a normal controller, but it's actually a Pro controller. You have your back paddles, you have this, and you have a normal controller, and it's just really convenient. I actually didn't find myself using the back buttons too much, mostly because I really didn't have a game that really required these. But sometimes I would actually find myself using them, but whatever. If you have a Camden does, if you have an Elite Xbox controller, it has the same things, paddles on the back, all this fun stuff. You can adjust the sensitivity of the harder to trigger things. I don't fucking know. They're like little dials that you can flip controls, so it controls the intensity of how hard it is to push a trigger. And you can take the thumbsticks off without taking the faceplate off, which I feel like should be universal, really. But the PlayStation 5 Pro controller, or Elite controller, whatever the fuck they named it, is half the price of a PS5. That's right. This thing is $250 for a goddamn controller. A controller. Like, bruh. Now, $60 is already a lot for a controller. It's a lot. I mean, like, you can't get wired controllers anymore. Or if you can, they're rare. Because everything's wireless nowadays. That's the craze right now, is everything will want to be fully wireless, That's why, if you have a phone with a headphone jack, you have more features than an iPhone 14 Pro Max, because every phone company aren't putting headphone jacks back on because everything's wireless nowadays. Even though I do have I have a pair of wired cassettes, which is just the shittiest, I guess you could say shittiest. I mean, they're still pretty good. I don't use them, obviously, and I also can't because I have a phone with no headphone jack. But they're they're the cheapest skull candies out there, so, what else? Yeah. $60 for a Pro controller for Nintendo. That's cool. Wired controller, $20. That's cheap. Cheap. I mean, new Joy-Cons cost $60, but you win some, you lose some. I think the reason why is because they can turn into two controllers instead of just one controller, but again, you win some, you lose some. But that's pretty reasonable. Xbox controllers, $60 for a brand new one. Okay, $150 around that for an Elite controller. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, like, it's almost the price of two, so why not just buy a regular one, PS4 controller, just a black one and or a white one, $60. Okay. A camo PS4 controller, $70. Why? 'Cause it's in camo. I don't get that. PS5 controller, okay. $80, a little much. PS5 Elite controller, $250. What? Why? Sony, why? I know you're having beef with Microsoft right now, okay? I know what's going on with you and Microsoft and everything like that, and I supposedly, you're not going to be able to get COD on PlayStation anymore, but you are. They're not going to just... Trust me, Activision isn't going to drop one of their main fucking supporters, let me tell you. I mean, like, you have PlayStation, you have Xbox, and you have PC. They're not going to cut any of those ties, let me tell you. Sure, Activision being kind of involved with Microsoft, that gives them a little bit over an edge, but not much, because I don't see Activision cutting out PlayStation, so... I mean, I get all the controversy that's going on with them, but could you at least dial it down? I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, a PS5 is $500. $500! $500 fucking dollars. That's a lot of money. No matter what you get. No matter if you get a disc or if you get a digital. They're still $500. And you know what sucks is that PlayStation is trying to get all digital. And I'm like, what about the people who have a bunch of fucking PS4 games? Me. On disc. Me. Who want a PS5? Me. Who want it to be backwards fucking compatible, and I'm not going to be able to get my hands on a PS5 that accepts discs. I'm fucked, right? I mean, like, come on, dude. I mean, like, and then, I mean, sure, you make the case that Xbox Series X is also $500. Fair. But their digital copy is $300, making it around the same price that the Nintendo Switch was in its prime. I'm pretty sure it's actually still $300, but besides the point, Xbox is competing with Nintendo. Sony is lacking a little bit. I'm sorry, but the big one of the two of the big three is lacking. It's lacking. I mean, like, Nintendo released the Nintendo Switch back in 2017. 2017. You know how long ago that was? That's long, dude. That's really long. That's when the copyright for Undertale ended. That's how long ago. What? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's 5 years ago. We have waited 5 years for a new station, and we haven't gotten it yet. Sure, what? The Nintendo Wii came out in 2012? Sounds about right. Sure, okay, so the Nintendo Wii came out around 2012, we'll say. And that flopped, so they did kind of rush the Nintendo Switch because Nintendo knew that, like, we're fucked. We need to release this now. And let me tell you, the OLED, what's the point of it? Nintendo, if you're watching this, I know you're not, but whatever. Nintendo, what's the point of the OLED model? I mean, I know why you made it, but just give us the Pro. Please. I will buy it instantly. I want it. Have a bigger kickstand. Have a bigger screen. Have a bigger beginner storage, please. Have better processing power. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a portable, small console, and it's fucking revolutionary as hell. But I would like a Pro, and I would like Joy-Cons without drift. Nintendo. I don't think that's much of a hard ask. I mean, my Joy-Cons don't have drift. But, besides the point, my Pro Controller has drift. I mean, it's because I didn't use it for, like, the longest time. It started growing dust on it. And I'm pretty sure it had it on an ecosystem at one point. That it actually started working with no drift. So, guess what, Nintendo fans? If you want your controller with drift to start working, leave it alone for about, like, how long did I leave a year or so, year and a half, and then it will start working again without drift. I haven't had drift problems yet, so it's pretty good. I mean, like, I have a backup wired controller, which obviously doesn't have that kind of problems yet, but, you know, now that I'm speaking out loud right next to my big three, they're gonna hear me and fucking knock me. I mean, like, I almost have all next-gen consoles. Almost. The Nintendo OLED is not a next-gen console, and here's why. It is just an upgraded Switch. It's all it is. I mean, that is kind of how you can see other consoles, like other new next-gen consoles, you know? But, I don't see the PS5 as a, you know, an upgrade to the PS4. I see it as a next-gen console, you know? But the OLED, I just see as an upgraded version of the Switch, because it is. I'm like, it goes Nintendo Switch Lite, Nintendo Switch OLED. I mean, there you go. I'm like, I guess that would be the same thing with if they made a Pro, because then it would be an upgraded Nintendo Switch, but I would consider it a next-gen console, so I don't know. Nintendo, pick up the game, dude. I mean, like, come on. I mean, like, I know you're releasing a movie, so you're kind of busy with that, but I want a new fucking console, Nintendo. Please. Make it a Wii. Could you imagine? Bring back the Wii. Bring back the Wii. Bring back the Wii. Bring back the Wii. That would be so fucking cool. The Wii was revolutionary. I mean, like, the Nintendo essentially created wireless controllers. That's right. Nintendo thought of wireless controllers before Xbox and PlayStation. So you're welcome. Next time you're holding a wireless controller, thank Nintendo. And on that note, I'm gonna wirelessly kill myself. No, I'm kidding. But anywho, that's it. This just turned into a video game rant more than an Eric and his thoughts video. But whatever. I legit said at the beginning that it was probably gonna become an Eric and his thoughts, and that was my thought. So, I definitely want to do more of these. I'm gonna make a playlist right after that. That's just called Eric and his thoughts. More Minecraft Survival is going to be coming out more often now. Just because, number one, I really want it to, and number two, it's just really fun. I love Minecraft, so that's going to be a thing. Again, thank you all so much for 160. We're so close to 200. What else? Three things. Twitter, Discord, Cash App. All in the description. Go check them all out if you want. The Discord server is just chaos. I mean, like, there's not a lot of people, but you can join it. You can have a lot of fun. I'm sometimes there. Twitter, I'm not there a lot. I may have like 4 followers on there. I mean, I'll tweet once in a while. And then the Cash App is so you can donate to me if you choose. It's not a requirement, but it's there if you want. And then shout me out, tell me that you donated. I'll give you a special thanks. And that's it. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out everything in the comments and or the description, whichever I do first. And yeah, peace.